Hello. Is it German? No. It's English, huh? English? We do English. Yes, English. So we are here in some cafe in Barbados. The view is this house over there and a busy street. There's traffic jam. This cafe is called Senses Marché. I don't know why they use two different languages. Maybe just to point out that they're very international and that they speak two languages.
He meant to say it's the market of the senses.
Ah, it's the market of the senses. They could have called it market of the senses also, huh?
Senses market.
Senses Marché. So anyway, Senses Marché, we ate two things. They are called pain au chocolat. They were not a pain in the butt. Pain. They were not a pain in the... Oh, sorry. Pain au chocolat. Maybe they will be, though. However, so they were okay. They tasted like chocolate. Was all right. We are doing a Volcanara talk here. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And my wife wanted to speak about what is home. And we are probably the most unlikely people to speak about what is home, because what do we know about home?
Very true. I mean, the reason why I wanted to speak about this is because you just mentioned that you're not feeling home.
True, I just mentioned it, but I was not prepared to publish it to the world. Anyway, now that it's out and about, let's just be open and broken about it.
Stop crying now.
Yeah. Okay, enough. So yeah, we are moving through this world already. I already longer than you, huh?
Yes, you're such an old person.
Yeah, I'm a really old guy now. That's why you see this white beard here. So I'm already in this world since 44 years. And soon 45, so if you really feel like you should give me gifts for my birthday, soon you will have the opportunity. That'd be great. Yeah, so my love language is gifts. Big, expensive, awesome gifts. I love that. True. So home. So since about 20 years, we are just traveling around this globe somehow. My wifey and me, and by now somehow our marriage has also carried some fruits. 5 children, and we're moving a lot. I mean, officially we are living since 6 years here in Barbados. But yeah, we've been traveling in these 6 years too, a lot. Yeah. So what is home? It's probably not a place, I guess.
I guess most people will say it is a place.
Yeah, for us it's not a place. Like we don't own any house or anything, and supposedly that's also the new normal. You will own nothing and be happy. We just still have to work on being happy. We already own nothing, so we're half the way there.
Okay.
Build back better.
What's with your build back better thing?
I like that. Our politicians here say that often. I hear that a lot. Build back better. That's a new normal. And what's the other thing? And put your mask on.
But together we'll get through this.
Oh yeah, we're in this together. Yeah. Anyway, so we're in this together. We are homeless.
Anyways, but I mean, what most people will say, please. What most people will say is that a home is a place where you dwell, where you make your everyday life. A home is a place, it's always come back to the place.
There's no place like home, ooh baby.
I mean, it can be a physical place, but it's also the welcoming warmth of a place that makes you feel home. People that
there's no place like home.
that love you and that care for you.
Baby, the place I love best.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah.
What is going on with you today?
I don't know. Probably it's the pain in the chocolate.
Oh, dear. Oh dear.
Au chocolat in the marché of the senses. Yes, so home, sweet home Alabama, and my home is my castle. That's what comes to my mind. And we could actually say that for some time. When we lived in a castle in south of Germany, we did live in a castle when we were freshly married, pretty much.
Yeah.
We lived in a castle in Germany. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, not everybody lives in a castle when they're freshly married.
No.
Yeah, but we did. Oh, it was not that fancy as it sounds, but it was a castle, so that's good.
A castle
Anyway.
nevertheless.
Yes. So there we said, my home is my castle, but it didn't hold very long as our home. So I don't know, feeling home for me, should I say something about that?
If you want to. I mean, it's you becoming public.
Yes. So, I still think about Germany when I think about home. And it's a funny thing, because I grew up in Germany, of course, but when I think about home Germany, I think about Brezeln, I think about beer, I think about food mostly.
And mountains.
Oh yeah, then I think also about landscape, mountains and forests and stuff like that.
Fresh air.
I do miss that, air with oxygen in, like when you actually breathe, that you suddenly can think. Here we haven't thought since years because it's just like hot and pressing. But anyway, in Germany people can think. That's probably why the economy is better. Here it's hard. It's because it's hot all the time. Yeah, so... Oh, you want to say something?
Yes, I just want to point out that that has nothing to do with the level of intelligence of people. It's just speaking about the weather.
No, I just spoke about oxygen, and that helps.
Yes.
I remember like when we lived in Curacao, I think it was, and I traveled, or maybe we all traveled, I don't know, somehow we came to Switzerland, and there I walked in a forest, and suddenly I was like, whoa, I had all these ideas and thoughts, and I was breathing in the fresh air. I was really like, wow, it really made a difference. So, but anyway, that has nothing to do with home per se. So that's I think that's more a feeling of home country, I guess. And then home is where I feel, I guess, safe is a thing.
Yeah.
I want to feel safe, and I want to feel also comfortable somehow. But I mean, I have felt home also in very simple places. Like I can feel home in a hammock somewhere.
Under a palm tree.
Under a palm tree with view to the ocean. I can feel homey. Like right now, for a few weeks, we are in a house at the ocean, and I feel home. It's pretty good. Just problem is we're leaving that home. Yeah, but God will have something else, another home for us probably. I guess that's my definition for home. Yeah, then of course another definition is relationships. It's like, okay, my wife and my kids, if they don't annoy me, it feels more home. Yeah, if they annoy me, then I feel like my home must be somewhere else. Okay, that's for me, not for you.
Well, I mean, it's a home. I think what I have thought of home is about a place where we live, a place where we dwell. As to the country itself, it's challenging because I gave up my home country so many years ago when we got married. And anyways, the situation in my country is so bizarre and crazy that I had to give up. Can you stop that, please? I had to give up the idea of my country as it was, and I had to let it die because it was so difficult to see the place what it was now. I mean, throughout the years that has changed, and I think I never stopped loving my country, but it was more about having to deal with the pain of how things were. Last time I was in my home country, it was very shocking. It was shocking to see how it was, the devastation of the cities, the streets. It was dirty. I just didn't recognize the place where I grew up. So I have gone through the years in this process of giving up that because the country I left doesn't exist anymore. There's still lots of my friends I grew up with, my family, but even all of that has changed because the country has gone through such a transition that so many people have changed places. Even my family has distributed all around the world. So it's hard to identify a home like related to my home country because it's just not. I can just not take a plane and go back and I'm home where like it was. That just doesn't exist. Yeah, I mean, I adopted Europe. I adopted Europe as my home, and in fact, I am a German, and I love being a German because there is a sense of stability in Germany, or like the whole surrounding Germany that gives me more sense of being at home than even my home country.
Yeah, and Germans are awesome. They're great.
They can be. No, they
Yeah.
are.
So anyway, as we always have also our little spiritual side, very spiritual. You know, we say our citizenship is in heaven.
I mean, that's what you have said since I know you, and you said that your home was where you are, and you actually lived according to that, like, for the longest time. Sometimes it drove me crazy, honestly, because you were really at home wherever you were, and you would take out your hammock and get it under your palm tree with your guitar, and you were home. And I'm like, excuse me, this is not a home for me.
Yeah, and I work hard on getting back to this state of being, because, yeah, okay, I'm not being funny, but that is really truth, and I realize that, yeah, when I'm sitting in my hammock, and it's not about the hammock, but it's actually about spending time with Jesus, you know, like really encountering Him. When I'm encountering Him, it feels like home. It really doesn't really matter where I am, in that moment at least. And that's true. It's really true if I really, yeah, sense His presence and He's speaking to me. Like I love to do that, you know, just sitting somewhere quietly and just feeling Him near. I'm good. I'm relaxed. I feel like, yeah, I can be here. It's good. It really doesn't matter where. Like for the last few years, I often had to travel to different islands for some project there, and I was often in some hotel, and that was often the highlight of the trip for me. Not so much the hotel itself, but having these times of just quietness in the hotel room for like an hour or before some meeting or whatever. Just being there quiet with Jesus, and in that moment, that room was my home. It's cool, huh? And I would like to live like that on a general basis. That right now, here we are in the, what is it, marché senses, where your senses are marching somewhere. Anyway, we're in this cafe here, and you know it looks kind of sterile. They have even this, cactus here. See, that feels really homey. This white and cactus, not, but yeah, it's right now. You know, we're sitting here, we're talking about stuff, my wifey and me, and it's like my living room kind of. You know, so I can welcome people here. Strange thing is they are all leaving when they see me talking to the phone here. However, yeah, I want to be home. I want to be home because I want to be in the presence of God all the time, and then I'm home. Yeah, that's my home. But yeah, I would also like to have a physical home. See, and that's still, it's a longing, like really a place where I can come back to, where I have my little corner where I can spend time with God. Where I can draw back from the craziness of the world and just say, okay, here I close the door and here I am myself, and that's it. I think that would be good to have that. And yeah, I hope and pray that God gives that to us and that He gives us the right ideas to make this happen. That would be ideal. Yeah, so much openness and brokenness for me today. I think that went already pretty far for a German, huh?
Mm-hmm. It did.
Well, want to say some last words and then we look, because I think I forgot my computer in the car. It's getting hot there.
Well, it's all good. See you guys.
Later.